Hello there, I am Dr. Okolugbo. You're welcome to my YouTube channel where we'll be solving problems relating to business mathematics, business statistics, analysis for business decision, as well as other related topics. I want to encourage you as you go through these videos with me, you have your paper, your pen, and your calculator to solve these problems with me. Also, please do like, share, and subscribe so that you can receive notifications for upcoming videos that we'll be uploading. Thank you. Hello everyone, thank you for coming on my channel today and watching this video. We are going to look at one more example of determining the regression equation based on whether we have X or Y. And this case is when we are given a distribution showing values for X and Y, how we can determine the regression equation. Let's look at what we have for today. As you can see, we have example 2 on the board, and the question is, from the following data, find the regression equations. Let's add S here. All right, the regression equations of Y based on X. This is Y on X. That's with predicting Y based on X, and we're going to find X based on Y. I want to still encourage that coming on to watching this video, you must have watched the intro on regression. It's important you go back to that video to watch the intro on regression so that you have a background knowledge or background information of what you need to know about regression before you come on to watch this video. Now, in solving this question, we need to determine very basically a few things, and those things include that we need to find the mean of X and the mean of Y. Let's solve that quickly. All right, solution here. And then we want to find the mean of X, which is the summation of X all over N. And let's quickly do that. That will be adding up all these values. That will be 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 10 plus 11 plus 13. That's what we have, that we're given. Divided by how many are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They are 8, all right? We have 8. And then if we add this up, what you should have should be 64 divided by 8, and our answer will be 8. So our mean, the mean of X is 8. Now, how about the mean of Y? Y bar is summation Y divided by N. So we add up all the values of Y, and we have 20 plus 24 plus 28 plus 34 plus 40 plus 44 plus 48 plus 50. Please painstakingly do this. Don't think it's too laborious for you not to do it so that you don't miss out anything. Divided by 8. So let's add this up. If you add this up, what you should have is 288 divided by 8, and the mean of Y, that's Y bar, is going to be 36. So we have Y bar as 36 and X bar as 38. The next thing we do, we need to draw up our table so that we can find the value of the deviations, and from those deviations we'll get the small values of X and Y, and we can use them to solve and determine our regression equation. So let's have X value here. So we have X here, we'll extend this, and then we have Y. So let's repeat all that we've done before. So we have 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, and then 13. Y, the values for Y are 20, 24, 28, 34, 40, 44, 48, and 50. That's what we have. Now, what we do is to find our x, small x. Small x is x minus x bar. We find the small x will be x is the deviation. So this will be these values of x minus 8, which is the mean. And the first one, of course, will be 4 minus 8 will be minus 4. The second one minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 2, 3, and then 5. All right, so we've got that. We now continue by finding our small y. Y will be x, no, y, beg your pardon, that will be y minus y bar. Y minus y bar. And that will give us, that's all these values minus 36. And they're giving us 20 minus 36, that will give us minus 16. The next one will give us minus 12. The next one will give us minus 8. The next one will give us minus 2. Okay, 40 minus 36 will give us 4. 44 minus 36 will give us 8. And then the next one will be 12. Last but not the least will give us 14. We'll determine that. Now, what do we do with this? We have to find our x minus x times y. That is these values here times these values here. That will be x and y. Finding x and y. Remember we did that with our correlation coefficient question. So many issues, problems. So x times x bar. So multiply these values times these values, and then what do we have here? We have 64 as the first one, and then 36, and then 16 the next one. The next one will give us 2, minus 1 times minus 2 give us 2. The next one will be 0. The next one will be 16. The next one will be 36. The next one will be 70. As you can see. Alright, so we're done with this. We now find x squared, small x squared, that is squaring the values here. And when we square the values here, square of minus 4 is 16, square of minus 3 is 9, square of minus 2 is 4, square of 1 is 1, and then square of 0 of course is 0, square of 2 is 4, and then square of 3 is 9, and square of 5 is 25. Okay, quickly let's find y squared. Y squared will be the first one, y, this y is y, and then the square. The y squared will be, first one is 256, the second one is 144, square of minus 12 is 144. Remember, let's remind you again that in finding the square of negatives, you have to put it in brackets and do your exponential sign. If not, if you don't do that, your values will turn out negative. Don't forget that. All right, so let's go on. Square of 8 is square of 8 is 64. Okay, square of 2 is minus 2 is 4. The next one is 6. The next one is 16. The next one is 64. The next one is 144. And then the last but not the least is 196. Okay, what we do with this, we have to find the sum of these values, especially 1, 2, and 3. We've already found the sum of this. As we can see, 64. The sum of x is 64 here. I'll put my summation sign. The sum of y is 288, as you can see up here. Right? Then we now sum our xy. Xy is giving us 240. Right? x squared, the sum of x squared is given as 68, okay, and the sum of y squared is given as 888. You can check off these values, 888. Now it's now time for us to go and use these values to determine our regression equation. Now the first thing we need to do is to find y. Remember, to find our y, based on x, the formula we need to do is y bar plus b, y based on x, into x minus x bar. Remember, that's what we did in an earlier video that we have, where to find this, b, y based on x is summation xy all over summation x squared, and this will be given as summation xy, say it is 240. We have 240 divided by summation x squared. Summation x squared is 68, so we have 68, and if we find the ratio of this will give us 3.53. 3.5. So we use this because we know this y bar, we've already determined that earlier, this y bar. We know x bar, we're looking for x, and we now have this one. So that means the regression equation will be given as y bar is what? 36. So 36 plus, we now have our slope, which is 3.53, beg your pardon, I think 3.53, okay, into x minus x bar is what? X bar is 8, so x bar is 8. So let's solve this. This is 36 plus 3.53x minus, what would that give us? 3.53 times 8. What would that give us? That should give us 28.24. So bring this minus 28.24 with 36. What are we going to have? We are going to have 7.76 plus 3.53x. So this is our regression equation of y based on x. These are regression equation based on y, but based on x. That's predicting y based on x. So the question we have up there, look up here. The question we have up here is that if x is 15, what will be y? You see up here, we do not have 15. So let's assume we have 15. What will be y? So that's the question we're trying to find. So if x is 15, then we can put in 15 here to find y. So y becomes 7.76 plus 3.53, and then we have 15 here. We have 15 there. So this becomes 7.76 plus, what would that give us? 3.53 times 15. That will give us 52.95. And so y will be, adding these two, that should give us 60.71. So approximately 61. So it makes sense if we have 15 here, this will increase to 61. Makes sense. All right. So now let's determine our other equation, which is x, predicting x based on y. Now the formula we have to deal with is x. All right. We want to find out the regression equation for x based on y. So we'll have the formula we're going to deal with is x. It's just the reverse of what you have here. So x is equal to x bar plus b of x based on y, just the reverse, into y minus y bar. Okay, so we want to find, first of all, we need to find b of x based on y, that's the beta, or the rate of change. That will be summation xy all over summation y squared, and this will be, What summation xy? We have it as 240 divided by summation y squared. We have it here, that is 888. And what is our answer? That should give us 0.27. So that's rate of slope. So what we now do, we impute this value into this formula and then find what this regression line will be, equation will be. So that will be x is equal to x bar. We'll bring in x bar is 8. X is 8 plus, we have this one, 0.27 into, we're looking for y, minus y bar. Y bar is 36. Okay, so this becomes 8 plus 0.27y minus 0.27 times 36. All right, so 0.27 times 36, that minus 36, that should give us minus 9.72. Minus 9.7. So if we bring minus 9.72, this is 0.72 with 8, we are going to have minus 1.72 plus 0.27y. So this becomes our regression equation of we're regressing x based on y. So the question we have is, if y is 60, so if y is 60, what will be x? That's the question. So we'll use this to predict that. So this becomes x is equal to minus 1.72 plus 0.27, and then we'll put 60 in here. So this becomes what? Minus 1.72 plus 0.27 times 60. We have 16.2. And then if we add this together, this is negative and this is positive, we are going to have x as 14.48, and that's, we can say it's approximately 15. All right, interestingly, look at what the solution we have. We're predicting, remember, we're predicting that if look at the first one, if x is 15, y will be 60, but we rounded it off here. Incidentally, we turned it around that if y were 60, what will be x, and we got 15. So you see that we can effectively predict values for x or y with regression. Please, I'd like you to go through this video again, go through it over and over, and master it and prepare for your exams as much as you can. Please do not forget to subscribe to this video, share this video, put a comment on this video, and like this video. We want to hear comments from you, we want to hear feedbacks so that we can improve on what we are doing. God bless you.